Hi there and welcome along. Now that your hellebores have finished flowering and started to set seed, they're going to be starting to take a little bit of a rest over the summer months, and it's a really good idea if you want to generate more plants for around the garden that you actually start to lift and divide them in this rest period for this particular type of plant. This is not something I would suggest you do if your plants are young. Anything under about 3 years old, I'd leave them well alone to get themselves established. However, this particular one's been in the ground for around 4 years now, and I'd like to split it and save myself a little bit of money and move it, half of it, to somewhere else in the garden. Now, the first thing I need to do is obviously get this plant out of the ground before I can even think about dividing it up. And a nice long sharp transplanting spade like this one from Bergen & Ball is absolutely ideal. Make sure that when you're digging around the plant you leave yourself a nice thick margin, something in the region of about 10 centimeters, about 4 inches around the plant. It's better to lift more soil than you actually need rather than hack at the root system too much. Now the plant is out of the ground, complete with its nice lovely big root ball, you have two choices. I want to split this plant in half so I can either pop it on the floor and cut through it with my spade, or with more delicate plants like this hellebore that haven't got such large crowns like some other herbaceous perennials, it's better to sometimes cut them in half with a saw. Now, if you've decided to use the saw method, please don't go into the garden shed and garage and grab whoever you may be living with best wood saw, because cutting through soil will really ruin the blades. As you can imagine, being a professional landscaper, I've got loads of saws that have gone dull and are absolutely perfect for this. So choose something old, maybe it's a bit rusty and on the verge of being thrown away, but these are perfect for this particular task. Now all I'm simply going to do is part the foliage on the plant so it's roughly in half, and taking my flat back saw I'm going to cut my way through the crown. Obviously it's going to catch a few stones on the way through, just give it a little shake to get the stones out of the way and keep going until you've cut all the way through the root ball. Now the plant is cut in half, all I'm going to do is plant half back in the original planting pocket, and I'm going to relocate half in the winter garden. Now this particular plant has gone through a huge amount of stress, and you must make sure that over the next few weeks and months you look after it really well. Make sure that you water it at least once a week with plenty of water, and in no time at all this plant will bounce back and you've got two for the price of one.